Hey, welcome to DAPs Magic. I'm Katie, and I'm one of those crazy people that spent $300 on the premiere party. So I'm going to talk about my experiences, the food I got to eat, the things I got to see, the smells I got to smell, and I'm going to tell you if the $300 I spent was worth it. This Saturday, Pixar Pier opened to many guests that were very excited to see the changes and what was different. But on Friday, there was a $300 party that many guests were actually scoffing at, thinking it was a little bit ridiculous. I went to it so you didn't have to. So first I'll start with the experiences itself. There was a DJ that was going pretty much all night, so from 3 p.m. to about 9:30 p.m. There was the Pixar Harmonic Orchestra in the same place as the DJs. They were trading off on sets. There was tons of characters to meet, and all of the Pixar attractions were open for enjoyment. So I think that was probably the best part, was as everyone else was kind of scattered and dispersed. I was on Incredicoaster 6 times in 6 hours, and all of the times I walked directly onto it. I never had to wait. The only time I even kind of waited is waiting for a car to go if I was walking up, because they didn't make you ride with anyone you didn't know. You could ride it by yourself. And I think that was one of the most fun experiences, was I was there with nobody else, and so I got to ride it as many times as I wanted to, and I didn't have to sit with strangers or anything like that. So on rides, I got to go on the newly repainted Pixar Pal Around. I got to sit in the Heimlich car, so it was a nice shade of green. And I think the best part was that I was not crammed in a Ferris wheel cage with a bunch of other people. I got to be in it by myself, I got to take pictures, I got to record. It was overall a much more fun experience than if I would have had to share it with someone else that I didn't know. And then of course there was Toy Story Midway Mania, same ride, same insides. It got a little bit new paint of the queue and on the exterior. It's still really fun, and again, I walked directly onto that ride with no wait, because everyone was busy seeing the newer experiences for Pixar Pier. Food, they gave us redemption tickets that were included with our price of admission, so we could get a hot dog from Angry Dogs, we could get chicken from Poultry Palace, we could get a cookie from Jack Jack Cookie Num Nums, ice cream from the Abominable Snowman, oh my gosh, there was popcorn, there was so many options, and there was each ticket you would just redeem it. So if you wanted to do the party with just eating the food they were giving you, that was totally an option. I wasn't really interested in a lot of the food options, so I went over to Lamplight Lounge because it was opened for us. We got to do the upstairs experience, as downstairs was closed off for a Club 33 party, and upstairs I loved it. I got to walk in after a little bit of technical difficulties. The food is delicious. It's all kind of appetizer bar food upstairs, as we're downstairs more of entrees, but still have full bar service. And I got the potato skins on the party night, and they're so good. I would recommend Lamplight Lounge if you don't mind a little bit more of a wait. I got a view right of Pixar Pier, so it was super fun. I got to watch the sunset from there, and it was overall just an awesome experience. And then overall, there was just really cool photo opportunities, things that we didn't even know were photo opportunities, like there was paintings on the pier walls that were like the School of Fish that were made to look like the Pixar ball, and just the balloons that were painted on the wall. We didn't know those were photo opportunities until we got there on opening day. We realized that those weren't permanent. Those are kind of things that I wish I had known, so that I could have gotten pictures of and pictures with. But it was still really awesome that they were just there for party people. There was really cool photo walls, there was photo circles to take pictures with, and then of course there was the unlimited PhotoPass downloads that were included with the park party admission. And overall, that was just a really awesome experience that I really thought made it worth it. And then on top of the party, there was just things that you wouldn't normally see. There was Green Army Men getting on Incredicoaster after me. There was Green Army Men playing games. There was just really interesting and different character interactions that you wouldn't normally see. And I thought that was something really exciting, and that a normal day at the park wouldn't necessarily lend itself to. And I really thought that was something awesome. So even with all these really cool experiences, I left the party happy. I had fun. But the whole time I was just kind of still not thrilled that I had to spend $300 to go to the party. I didn't know how to feel. I was like, I'm happy, but I could have felt just as happy if I paid $100 to go to this party, if I paid $150 to go to this party. And then I went to bed and I came back for the opening of Pixar Pier. I was there at Park Open, and immediately I realized how worth it the $300 was. because I went to step back to take a picture and people were running into me, I was running into people. The crowds were just insane, and it was something that I was kind of taking for granted at the party because there's maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people there max, so there wasn't a whole lot of line or crowd or anything, and that itself made the party that much more worth it. I got pictures that you couldn't normally get that you're not going to be able to get now with the crowds, and it was something that really 100% made the $300 worth it. And I know you're probably thinking, well, you still could have paid $150 or $100 or $50 for the experience, or it could have been a free experience that pass holders got. And I think that if the event had sold out, it wouldn't have been as much fun. Because at Star Wars night, I went the first weekend that was sold out, and that was very cramped. You couldn't really get a lot of places. It was a fun experience, but you couldn't get as much done as you wanted to. And I think that if the Pixar Pier party had sold out, I don't think that I would have felt as accomplished. I don't think that it would have been as fun, and that it would have been a lot more cramped. Not to say I would have had a bad time, but I definitely don't think I would have gotten what I feel is my money's worth. And so immediately going opening day, I recognized that the $300 price point, it hurt, but it was worth it to have the experiences that I wanted and to get the experiences that Disney really intended for the party guests. So on top of the entrance to the party and all the really cool things we got to experience, we also got a bag of just really awesome swag. So the bag itself is a Pixar Pier Premier personalized bag for us. So it has a really nice design. It's a really nice material, which I wasn't expecting. And inside there was an Incredibles 2 water bottle with Incredibles 2 sunglasses. There was a full-size Wall-E plush, which is from one of the game boardwalks. And it's one of the actually bigger prizes that you can win. So it was really unexpected that I got that in the swag bag. And then there was a baseball cap for the Pixar Pier Premier, which again, none of this I was expecting. I think the coolest thing that wasn't in the bag, but they gave it to us beside the bag, was a lithograph. And it's actually the, if you exit Incredicoaster on the right side, it is the art that is displayed to the right. So it's the entire Incredibles family, and there's also a raccoon, which I think is really fun. And again, it's a really nice material that I wasn't expecting to get. It's a quality that you wouldn't expect to be getting included, especially only paying $300. This is something that could easily, I believe, go for $100. So it's an awesome experience, and it was an awesome swag bag. So at the end of the day, I would definitely say yes, the Pixar Pier Premier party was worth it. It was expensive, and I'm not saying that it wasn't expensive, but I think that depending on what you want to get done, if they have an opportunity like this again for the next opening, I'll definitely go to it. Just because it caters to what I want to do. It caters to the fact that I don't enjoy crowds and that I can get a lot of things done. I'm more of an attractions person over food, so I got to do attractions all I wanted. And I think that was the biggest takeaway for me, was I knew that I wasn't going to get to ride Incredicoaster many more times because I don't do lines and I don't do crowds. So the fact that I could walk directly on 6 times was an amazing experience that I got to kind of capture more details, and I kind of got to be the expert among my friends when it opened, kind of like the tour guide around Pixar Pier, showing them cool little hidden things that I found in the party, and just I got to talk about the experiences. And the only downside to the fact that it was so expensive was the fact that I didn't have anyone there with me, because it was such an awesome experience and it was so unique and one of a kind that I wish that there was people there that I could have shared it with. And a lot of times cool things were happening and I wanted to look over and be like, ah, but there was no one there, which is, it's definitely a downside when it's a $300 party. But at the end of the day, I'm excited, I'm happy with what I purchased. I feel like it was well beyond worth $300, and I'm thrilled actually with the fact that I got to go to this premiere party. So that's what I thought. I want to know what you guys think though. If you were at the party, leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know if you think it was worth it. If you didn't go, let me know what you think. Let me know what you saw from the party, if you think it was worth it, and what you wish you could have seen. So with that, I'm Katie, and I'll see you next time.